Ballyhoo and welcome. The Passion Project continues. My name is Remedy Robinson, and this is an appreciation. This is an exploration of linguistics, language, and declarative sentences as framed by the peerless poetry of the modern-day master, Elvis Costello. Today's slow drag is with No Flag from Hey Clockface, released in June 2020. The songwriting is credited to Elvis Costello. Reportedly jetting off to far-flung Finland in order to go somewhere nobody knew him. No Flag is the first installment of what has been dubbed the Helsinki Sound. To help prove this assertion, Mr. Costello is credited with playing everything on this piece: drum, Fender Jazzmaster, Hammond organ, Fan Jazz bass, and of course, mouth. Always relevant, precise, and ahead of his time, No Flag was recorded in February 2020 in what could be considered isolation, just 1 month before the entire world followed suit. The result seems to have become some sort of anthem for the undercurrent of angst that accompanied the rest of that year and into the next, and maybe still. I've got no religion. I've got no philosophy. I've got a head full of ideas and words that don't seem to belong to me. You may be joking, but I don't get the gag. I sense no future, but time seems to drag. The stealthy slant rhyme found in religion and philosophy launches this first verse into orbit as the rest of the lines seem to justify his need for the time alone, finishing with the thesis statement of the entire album of Clockface. It tells almost an entire story. At the same time, it showcases Mr. Costello's stellar wordplay. The dual meaning of gag makes the joke that much more interesting. The use of but sends the time that drags into overdrive. The brave first-person perspective is a relatively late addition to Mr. Costello's canon. Time was when he'd mitigate the word I into you within a verse or two. No time for this kind of love, no flag waving high above, no sign for the dark place that I live, no God for the damn that I don't give. The mention of the word dark to many Elvis Costello fans puts us in mind of his collaboration with Brian Eno, My Dark Life. Well, it does for me anyway. Quote, and you think you're a guest, you're a tourist at best, peering into the corners of my dark life. Sure, it's just a mention of a single word, yet it isn't often that one of his pieces will stir comparison with any of his other 600-plus creations. There are only so many words to go around, and he knows how to get around with them all. So what kind of love exactly? As ever, he leaves it up to the listener to qualify it, perhaps. Which flag? Is it a starry one that's a drag to salute? Pulling apart the ordinarily collocated words God and damn to usher in a new meaning is a bit jarring and, well, genius. I've got no illusions. I've had no epiphany. Why should anybody listen to me? She said I'm tearing up the sheets that your love letter stained. All of your magic powers have drained. 2 verses in, and we're still in the first person, yet with a slight mitigation there at the end. Old habits are hard to break, it seems. While I'm referencing lines from other Elvis Costello pieces, I might as well include this stinging line from the sultry and unforgiving Poisoned Rose in reference to the sheets where your love letter is stained. Quote, the poisoned rose that you wear at your best, that I keep pressed between the white sheets where you lie half undressed. The sexy has now become the tawdry, or vice versa. The answer to why should anybody listen to me can be summed up in this challenge. Just try to stop us, you superb bastard. There's a line in the sand, a word or two in the aftermath. I'm an arrow that shoots up and down on an advertising graph. I could write you verses and recite more than one, but they're not worth the paper that they're written on. Graph and aftermath are great rhymes, but check out one and on. It doesn't have to be fancy to astound. All the beautiful, maddening contradictions in this verse, as with why should anybody listen to me from above? Nobody's really buying the notion that the words aren't worth the paper that they're written on, but it is a good exercise in measuring one's worth, I suppose. Remember as well from above that he can write verses, but they don't seem to belong to him unless he's quickly come around to his senses. We want everything and we don't want to share. Out of space for the faces we fear. Look in a mirror and see who I used to be. Made out of plastic in a factory. No flag, no flag. Here's another clever turn of phrase rhyming share with fear. Is it possible that we need more time to mull over the meaning behind out of space for the faces we fear? Well, until then, it's just a lovely sounding series of words. Made out of plastic, you say? Like some sort of doll revolution, maybe? You can pull and pinch him till he cries and squeals. You can twist his body till it faces backwards. Plastic features. Dig it. Again, this has been a slow drag with no flag from 2020's Hey Clockface. It's a piece with 189 words, if you only count the chorus once, that were absolutely worth the paper that they were written on, but that was never really in doubt, was it? In this piece, I've had the rare joy of referencing other Elvis Costello pieces, no matter how fleeting. My Dark Life, with the mention of the word dark. American Gangster Time, with the mention of a flag. Poisoned Rose, with the mention of tearing up the sheets. And Tear Off Your Own Head, with the mention of being made out of plastic. As for the piece itself, no flag has been or will most certainly be placed in the endearing rarefied air of the driving, breathy anthem of a lockdown that seemed to have no God for the damn that the pandemic didn't give. And that's it for today's slow drag, my friend. Thank you for listening. This has been the first slow drag with a piece from Hey Clockface. So check out my back catalog of 98 other slow drags I've done with Mr. Costello's impeccable work. And as always, you can find me on social media in all the usual places. Just search for my name, Remedy Robinson, or the name of my podcast, Slow Drag with Remedy. Also, please visit slowdragwithremedy.com for companion transcripts and other useful information. Thank you so much for helping to get the word out about this little passion project. Truly, it means the world. So, until next time, adieu, my little ballyhoo. Slow drag with Remedy.